Well, here it is. The idea of the father is the result of 49 years of work. When I first took the job on Star Wars, and the lightsaber was obviously never been seen before, and it was obviously a puzzle for me. What am I going to do? The Ralph McQuarrie painting was the only visual reference, and his hand was holding a lightsaber in the Death Star corridor. And the two ends of it really inspired me. And I thought, wow, but I couldn't do it on the first film. I had to find the MPP head, which was a different type of press camera, and use that. And it went all the way through. When I saw on Return of the Jedi, when I was directing second unit, the lightsaber that Darth Vader was using was different. And then I found out all of the lightsabers Darth Vader used on Empire, which were ours from the first film, had gone missing. So the set decorator had cobbled one together using my original Graflex handle. We'd bought 33 of those handles on the first film, and probably one of those was left over. So I thought then, with a budget, I would have designed what is now in my hand. And then with the success of the Origin Saber, and the fans seeming to like it, when Nia said to me, can we please do another one? I said immediately, I have to do Darth Vader's. What I think Darth Vader should have had all the way along that would match that iconic image. And here it is. This is the box. You can see here it's got my signature on it. The box is beautifully designed. We put it together to go with it. Pretty nervous and pretty excited to see how this actually turned out, because this is the first time I'm seeing it. We have a beautiful little bag for it, and well, here it is. Wow, it's heavy. And with Darth Vader's hand, much bigger than mine, the two ends here, if you look, and you'll see a picture of Ralph McQuarrie's painting, the two ends match the profile. So it's got its history and canon in Star Wars. The story of this is that I felt when Anakin was defeated by Obi-Wan Kenobi and dying, and Emperor Palpatine saves him and puts him in that suit, there is Darth Vader. There is this image of this, the most iconic villain in the history of cinema, still is. I thought he has to have a saber like this. How would he have got his saber? This was part of the original interviews I was doing. I went into the story behind everything, and Darth Vader would never have gone out looking for a crystal and then forging his own lightsaber. He was angry. He was a apprentice to Palpatine. I think that when the Sith Lords from the beyond, way back, when they'd passed on, their lightsabers would have been collected into a Sith temple. And I think Palpatine would have presented this to Darth Vader, and inside it had a red crystal. And what happened in my story is that the anger that Darth Vader had, he had him bleed that crystal, and the red, which is the dark force, bled into the handle. And so I wanted veins of red light that carried through into it, so that when he holds it, that dark power is always reminding him of his role, and that makes his anger, fuels his anger and hatred more. That was Palpatine on purpose, creating this iconic villain. TXQ made this with Theory Sabers. It's beautifully made. It's beautifully engineered. Oh, now here you see. We added a tiny green light here. The green light, to me, was Anakin is somewhere deep inside Darth Vader, which Obi-Wan Kenobi always recognized, and Luke recognized that at some point he could be redeemed, which of course happens in Return of the Jedi, when Luke puts his lightsaber down and Darth Vader, they undo his helmet, which means he's going to die. And that ends the conflict between them. And there is compassion and forgiveness, which is at the heart of Star Wars. That's George's message. That's George talking then. You know, that Luke Skywalker is the hero's journey, part of Star Wars, and the prophecy is built around Anakin Skywalker, and by the redemption, and he's killed off the Sith Lord, he brings closure. It's very humbling. I came up with the idea of this first time when I couldn't make it was on A New Hope, and then Return of the Jedi. I would have done this. If I'd have been the set decorator, I would have made it. But here we are now. My dreams are coming true. I think this suits Darth Vader. I think this goes with that iconic image that you see of him. Wow, I can't wait to design the next saber now.